Hey, hey, hey. What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? Hey, Tina Ladybug. Hope you're doing well. Hey, David Hunt. Hope you're doing well. Lori at LG Homestead. Pam at Blue Pixie at Blue Self Reliance. Yeah, no worries, hon. I totally get it. I'm throwing it out for everybody. I just wanted to anyone that I know, if they wanted to come up and join, they're welcome to come up and join. Let me start at the beginning. Hey there, Gwen, Broke Cowgirl Homestead. Hey there, the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla. Good to see you guys. Morning, Blues Self Reliance. She's a superstar and she still comes in to say hey. She's a well known TV star now. Check out her live. Lori, I said hey to. Hey, Tiny Tim Posey. And David Hunt, I said hello to you. Aloha from the cold of Massachusetts via Tennessee. Yeah, it's cold here. We got the heat going. We're supposed to get our first frost. We're still waiting on it. It's so weird that we have not gotten it yet. It's so bizarre. Tonight's supposed to be the night, but they said that last night. It didn't happen. We shall see. Hey, Rebecca, Touched by Yarn. Hope you're doing well. Hey there, Vineyard Chicks. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you guys. Been thinking about you guys a lot. Hey there, Kettle Kitchen. Tony, hope you're doing well. Hello, hello, Loki Trapping. Welcome in. Hey, the Old Swedes Farm. Rich, welcome in. Ooh, darn thing jumped on me. Broke Cowgirls here. Hey, hey, hey. Doug and Carolyn from Appalachian American Homestead. What up? Mrs. Lazy Days Ahead has taken time out from her jam and jelly and amazing cooking down there in Texas to stop in. I love it. Thank you for being here. Your food just looks amazing. So proud of you, all the stuff that you're doing. Glad to hear you doing well, David Hunt. Let's see here. Hey there, Jesse. Lazy Days Ahead. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hey, Craig Tim. Good to see ya. Hope you're doing well. Say hi to Debbie, please. Hey, Ariella Viking Venture and Victuals. Welcome in. You are well known, Blue. I know all about you. Your reputation precedes you. That's a good thing, by the way. Hey there, Chuck. Life with Belinda and Chuck. Hope you're doing well. Just getting down to the bottom of the chat here. Hey there, Vitamin Magic. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Good to see you. Yep, first frost. We should have had it mid-September. And then last night they were threatening it. Nothing. Although Norman is all piled in. All the pigs got extra bedding tonight because it's supposed to be 32. Oh, geez. This thing is jumping tonight here. I have to keep slowing it down. Thank you, Lori, for reminding everybody. Thumbs up. Appreciate it. Thanks, David Hunt. Yep, no worries, Ariella. Don't worry about it. No sweat. No sweat at all. Relaxing live. If your like button is transparent, please click it to make it solid. I like that. That's super cool. Oh, wow. You guys have had 5 frosts now. It's supposed to be freeze tomorrow night. Yeah, it's crazy. Totally crazy. I mean, what I have out there is not going to make it now anyway, but you never know. My strawberries are still going. Hey, Gathered Together. Welcome in. Welcome in. Norman is awesome. I love Norman. Norman is our meat pig. For those of you who don't realize, he's one of the piglets that we kept, and he wasn't a runt, but he was smaller because he was slow to eat the food, unlike his sister. He is now what I like to call a football when he eats. His belly gets so big, he's literally wider than he is long. So cool. Early this year for you guys, huh, Doug? Okay, gotcha. Hey there, Nanya. Hope you're doing well, Jake. Just want to make sure I got to the bottom. Hot dang. Yeah, so I thought it'd be a good night just to catch up with friends and stuff like that. So if you want to come on screen, just do me a favor. Either send me a message through Instagram or email me at yogihollowfarm20@gmail.com. And I just want to make sure I know you. I know I'm kind of protective that way because I've heard some horrible things. So I don't want that to happen here. Sorry, got to be protective. But as long as we can hear and see you and it's family friendly, we'd love to have you up here. Supposed to get down to 36 by Gathered Together. Wow. Yeah, we are supposed to hit 32. So all the pigs, and I see emails are coming in, so I'm going to get that to you guys. We're supposed to get to 32 tonight. We were supposed to get to that last night. We didn't make it. We went to Tractor Supply today and bought shavings because we've been using a free load of sawdust and straw for the girls. Oh, no worries. I hope you feel better, Rebecca. So we went and bought shavings because we saved on them all summer by not really having to use too many of them. And so I went and bought a couple, 6 of them today and threw one in each pig house, and they were thrilled because the girls, when they farrow, we let them use straw bales, and that worked out beautifully. So, hey there, Jamie's. Is it? I hate that I can't see the whole name. I think it's Jamie's Country Living. Just want to see here. I'm doing well. How about yourself? Thank you for being here. Yep, good hunting weather. Yeah, Chuck, you better bundle up. You better get the thermostat up. 61 degrees, man. That's going to be frigid for y'all. And I wanted to make sure I said hello to Jerry at Carpenter's Self Reliance. And let me just quick, I don't know what it is tonight, but it's enough that I'm layered up in 2 lots of PJs, my shawl, the whole duvet. Stay warm, Blue. I'm just going to send the link real quick to somebody who wants to come on up. Bear with me a second. So, what are you guys up to? That's what I want to know. So that way, while I'm typing this in, I can look here and see who I can send this to. I thought I just sent it to myself. I must be losing my mind. Hang on here. Let's do it this way. What do you guys got going on this weekend? There we go. All right, I just sent the link to who was asking me for it. Almost done with the sewing room project. Awesome. I hope I'm up to 5'6", LOL. I'm getting older. I'm shrinking. I used to be like 5'11 and a half, and now I'm like lazy days ahead. We have a Dairy Queen in town, and it was funny. I was talking to Leanne the other day, and she's like, "You have a Dairy Queen in town?" And I'm like, "Yep." I really wish we didn't. It's really not that good food, so I don't even go to it. Oh, that's awesome, you guys. Vineyard Chicks. Just finished our CD. Just get back and on YouTube. Missing everyone. Good for you guys. How exciting. Congrats. Gathered Together has got football games and cutting wood for winter. Yep, that's a necessity. Hey there, Green Granny 2. Denise, thanks for being here. Always love seeing your face in here. You know what I mean. My friend and I always joke, and she always says, I miss your face. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anybody. I said hi to Jamie. Hey, Sarah, Homesteading Hustle. Hope you're doing well. No, that sounds good, Lori. Yeah, it doesn't seem like that's all we're ever doing is listening and editing. Gwen likes to go to Dairy Queen occasionally for a banana split. Yeah, that sounds good. I like just their plain ice cream. I like, isn't that is crazy? I just like their chocolate soft serve. Ariella just finished her own StreamYard 30 minutes ago. Got a new secondhand computer that will run StreamYard. Awesome. Good deal. Oh, wonderful. I'm glad you're doing well, Sarah. Blue's playing catch up on sleep this weekend, but she has a feeling Tanny has other plans. Ryan had off today. He hasn't had off the past 2 Fridays, so it was really nice that he was off today. Let me just tell you, we took our bi-monthly trip to the big city to go grocery shopping. How much do you guys spend on, if you don't mind, how much do you spend on grocery shopping per month? And if you could put in there next to it, if you buy meat or no meat, meaning that you buy meat when you grocery shop or you don't buy meat. I'm just curious. We went shopping. I'm going to wait till some of your answers come up. But we went shopping today, and we usually go, it's a bi-monthly trip. Hey, Ben's Over Acres. So while I'm waiting for your responses, I'm going to bring a guest up. Guest, are you ready? Okay. Hey there, Rich.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Holly just yelled from the other room that we spend about $300 a month on groceries.
Okay. So
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Well, that's why I'm asking the question. Hey, Ben's Over Acres. I'll tell you what we spent today. We were ticked off, but we're notoriously cheap. Blue says Rich, yay.
Yeah, I don't have the chat going on the side since I'm into your streaming app. So if people are making fun of me, have at it.
Have at it, guys. You should be able to look to your right-hand side and see stream or private.
There's nothing.
Okay.
Oh,
sorry. That must be StreamYard.
Hey, there it is. I found chat. See,
awesome.
Even an old dog can learn new tricks.
Okay, so let's see what people said. So Sarah said, and I wanted to make sure I said hello. Hello, Ben's Over Acres. I think I said hello to you. I wanted to say it again. Sarah says too much meat, definitely. Blue spends 100 pounds and we buy meat for Tanny. Gwen, 250-ish, not much meat. Chuck has no clue. But that's why I love Chuck. Ariella says at least 300 per month with meat and just for me. Okay. Jerry said 700 and no beef. Hey, Krubby the Beagle. Hope you're doing well.
And it'd be interesting to know if, when they're spending that $300 a month, that's just the two of us, just Holly and me. So if some are spending a lot more, I wonder if it's, a family.
Yeah, and some people I'm familiar with, so I know right away they have children. So yep. that I understand. You know what I mean? It's only two of us here. Hey there, Charlie, Fallen Arkansas veterans. I loved your comment today, what you were telling me about the pheasant. Thank you. Oh, nice, Rebecca. Well, take care of yourself. Make sure you're resting too. 180 for 18 items at Costco yesterday. Oh, and I'm glad you brought that point up, Jesse, because that's something else I want to bring up. Does that include what we spend at the fish house on Thursdays? No. Just what you buy in groceries for your home. So, well, I guess I shouldn't complain because I was going to complain. So, a homesteading hustle, 800 for a family of 5. Oh, it jumped up. Darn it.
They eat a ton of grass-fed beef.
Yeah. That's not too bad, but that is scary. Because I often think of families right away.
Oh.
Sometimes we only go once every 6 weeks. Sometimes it's once a month. Feeding us two, his mom half the time, a grandson. Oh yeah, the grandsons, they're bottomless pits. 400-ish for 3 of us. Ben's, that was Loki. Ben said 87 last month with meat. 2,121 this month extra, getting stock for winter. Yep, makes sense. Yep. You're lucky, Sarah, to have a homesteading hustle, to have the Amish markets near you. I have looked online.
Yeah.
We got nothing. The closest one is a Hutterite community who we used to buy from, and we would do a pickup in Rapid City when I was working, and it was great. But now we raise our meat. Appalachian said family $600. Okay, so I guess I need to shut up then, because as you know, we raise all our meat. The only meat that we buy is salmon if we want fish. And we buy that from Black Hills Bulk, which is, I want to say, the equivalent of Azure Standard. Not all of it is organic. I'm sorry. But they have really good deals on things, right? They do have organic stuff. Hey, Rhonda Towery. So we used to buy from them. So now we raise our meat. And then, as I was telling Rich, we had committed to a cow, a half cow, months and months ago. I think it was the end of last year. Well, now the cow's coming in. We really don't need it, but we already committed to it, so we paid for that. Hey, No Parts Garage and Life with Linda. Chuck,
Get your
Chuck,
freezer
you're
ready.
making me die. Sends us thank you and Christmas cards. Well, it's funny, Chuck, that you say that, because when I was younger, my mother used to tell me all the time, Macy's called and wanted to know, where are you? Jesse and Lisa spend $300 to $350 with meat, except for next February. We only spend $50. Yeah. Okay, so we made I got my receipts here. We made our run, which is usually get everything you need while we're in Rapid City, because we're not going back for 2 months. Now, don't get me wrong. Something's going to come up. We're going to go back. But we try not to grocery shop unless we need it, and then we'll fill up in between. So we got all of our chicken feed for about 2 months. Chicken and turkeys. We got all the feed for 2 months. And then we splurged and we bought 2 bags of wood chips for the smoker, which were $6 a piece, which are usually wicked expensive. And we use that smoker every night, all year round. So, hey, Brampton Gardner. Yeah, broke cowgirl, $50 equals a diet.
That's February. Come on.
Yeah. So that was just a mere $139 for that. So that was 4 50-pound bags of layer pellet, which are actually cheap, the cheapest I can find at $18.50 a piece. 2 bags of all flock at $22.50 a piece. And thankfully, they're the pellets. I don't know about you guys. I can't stand the crumbles. They're a waste.
We use crumbles.
Mine shovel it out of the feeder all over the coop. When it's pellets, no mess.
Okay. Yeah, we've got those 90-degree elbows on that feeder, and there's nothing.
It's crazy. It's crazy. My turkeys, they eat less if it's the crumble.
Well, hey, that's a good way to save money.
Yeah, I know it. I'm just commiserating with you guys. Yes, LG, the prices are disturbing and depressing. Then we went to Tractor Supply. This is the highlight of the trip, because Tractor Supply, with their shavings, for us, is the best deal that we can find. So we bought 6 bags of shavings. Check out what I did here. 2 bags were ripped on the last part of the pallet, and I needed 6 bags. So right away I was like, I'm not taking a ripped bag of shavings. No way. Well, when I was online, all of a sudden it dawned on me. I said, how much are you going to give me off for the 2 ripped bags? So one was a little wet on the inside, but I opened it up and it'll dry. Like I put it in a muck bucket, it'll dry up, no problem. So those are now up to $6.29 a piece, but I got 50% off the ripped ones. So there's another $35 or whatever. Then we go to Walmart. $337.25, and I didn't buy any meat. And I was thinking,
you're stocked up for 2 months, though. You're good for 2 months, right?
Even longer than that, quite honestly. It just gets slim pickings around then, but we could go longer. Hey, Lori Carp. I was disturbed. Ryan was standing online, and yeah, Jesse, I thought about it, but there were no more on the pallet. Yeah, but when it was ringing up, Ryan was like, he's like, did it hit $1,000 yet? And I'm like, you're so dramatic. It's not $1,000. But speaking to the Costco versus the Walmart thing, we can go to Sam's Club. Hey, Lisa Colovi. You can go to Sam's Club or we can go to Walmart. We find that when we go to Sam's Club, we don't always get what we need, and we spend a lot more there. What do you guys think about that? Hey, Aunt Annette.
I trust Holly to get all the stuff at the store. She's a good shopper. She knows what we need and she gets it.
Yeah. Yeah, Lori, we use the white bag of shavings from Tractor Supply for chickens, turkeys, mainly the pigs. So every time we have I don't want to say every time we have a very cold night, but we try to keep the barns clean. And then, so for example, tonight we're going to be down to 32. We haven't used shavings all summer. We've used sawdust and straw, but the pigs get shavings because they burrow into it next to each other. And they, like right now, Norman, you can't even see him. He's underneath the shavings. So that's how they stay warm. And if all of a sudden we're having 22-degree days and we get a warning that we're going to have minus 30-degree wind chill, everybody gets bags of shavings in their barns because they're fluffy, and they make a nest and it keeps them warm.
Yep. We've got we're going to hit 28 tonight. It'll be our second frost, and I went out to it's Friday night, date night, so we went out for dinner and came back, and it's after dark, so we went to count. I counted the little girls, and they are fluffed up. They're next to each other, but because it's cool, they have fluffed up. They got all that air in their feathers. My God, they're twice as big as they normally are up on the roost.
Wow. I saw Rochelle's comment about grocery shopping. Yeah, you got to go from deal to deal, and that's the thing. Like I'm not driving to Rapid and then going to 10 different stores every week. And I agree, Sarah, Homesteading Hustle. The crumble definitely varies from place to place. I get way too much dust waste in my crumble, so that's why the pellets have been really good for us.
What brand? What brand do you use or what brand have you used for crumbles?
I've bought crumble from Baumgars, which is like a Tractor Supply. Horrible. Yep. I bought Hubbard. Hubbard was better.
We get the Purina layer crumbles, and
gotcha.
I don't notice that dust at all. I have on one bag like a year ago, but since then, nothing. It's been pretty good.
Good. Yeah, I don't buy the name brands because of the price, because they're like $23.
Oh wow, okay.
So
It's
I buy
1869 here for the Purina layer crumbles.
that's awesome.
Yeah, 50
Yeah,
pound
it's
bag.
just
50. Is yours 50?
yes, and that's
Okay.
another trick they play on
Yeah.
you.
The
Some
40
places
pound.
have 20 something dollars and it's 40 pounds, not 50 pounds.
That's what Tractor Supply does here. I saw that and I thought, oh, that's a good price. Oh, it's 40 pounds. Nice.
Yep. We've
No.
been going to Fleet Farm. They have a brand called Sprout. We use their meat maker. I love local and I love buying local, but unfortunately, the feed wallet cannot afford local anymore. Because even Tractor Supply, we buy a pallet of pig feed at a time, and they wanted to charge me shipping to the store, hundreds of dollars. And I said, nope, nope.
Yep.
So we found a big box store that would give us the pallet discount. I mean, it's a ton of feed,
Yep.
a literal ton,
Literally.
you know. I wish we had a feed mill here that we could actually get our own mix, but we can't.
Hmm.
Hey, Annette.
I've asked our local feed store about a pallet discount and nope.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know.
See,
We're a really small town here and no. I think they're the only show in town, so they want to sell it at full price. So, and that's fine.
the local feed store for us is Rapid City, but it's a small. I love them. I think they're great people. It's just because the prices went up, and sadly, I can go to the feed mill, which is actually closer to me, and they're cheaper. So, but he would offer a pallet discount, but you had to take the whole pallet because
Yep.
one time we didn't have the big truck to be able to pick up the pallet. And he was so good. He said to me, he's like, I'm not handling it twice. That's why we give you the discount. I'm just picking it up with a fork. He let me leave. Well, he was going to let me leave half of it there. And I told him he didn't have to load it. I would load it. But he was going to help me. And then we ended up getting the truck fixed and we were able to get up there with the diesel. So that worked out good.
Nice.
Lori Carp, I said hey to you, I believe. I want to make sure. Sam's Club is more expensive than Walmart. I just want to go through the chat. I have a ton of comments. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm saying yeah. You don't know what I'm saying yeah to. I was saying yeah to Jerry at Carpenter Self-Reliance. Sam's is only good for a few items. You want to know what really ticks me off? I had trouble finding half and half at Walmart today.
You got to give up coffee then.
No, I am not giving up coffee or half and half. Not happening. Costco is my Achilles heel. Jesse. I use straw for goats and dogs. Isn't straw warmer? I don't know. I don't have an easy supply for straw to get, and I don't have enough room to store it. So what happened was when the girls were farrowing, I bought, I think, 6 bales of straw, knowing that I could use it for the barns and knowing that I could use it for my nesting boxes, which gets me through the year. But I give them the shavings and they do just fine. I think the straw is more money because I got huge bales. It's so much easier to carry. I think it's 8 cubic foot of shavings and then slice it and open it in the pig barn. Whereas the straw just falls apart and you waste more of it. Unless you have it in something.
Anne's in here. Hi, Anne.
$6.50 for an 18 pack of eggs. Eggs were cheap in Walmart today. I couldn't believe it. Hey, 2 old people on a couch.
What are you paying for eggs?
I don't know. I don't buy eggs.
Oh, that's true.
I don't even have eggs for myself as it is. We don't get eggs much. They get sold.
Oh, mine are my new girls they're exploding. So we went to the 12 eggs when they're regular sized are $5, and since all the little girls are laying them, they're 18 packs of medium-sized eggs for $5. So we've got a lot of eggs every day. We're getting like 50 eggs now every day. So
wow,
things are good.
that's good. Ours have been laying horrible since the end of April when the dog attack happened.
Yeah.
They're just, I'm getting like 6 eggs a day. And
Well,
I
you
have
get the
22.
next batch. You get the next batch coming though. So it's coming. Your wave's coming.
I've got 2 batches I'm waiting on, but the middle batch should be soon. $13 for 50-pound bag. That's
Wow.
cheap. I know it's expensive for you guys though. I totally get that.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, they're talking about milk. I haven't bought milk in so long. I don't even know. I don't buy it. Usually we have half and half for coffee, and when a recipe calls for milk, I kind of add water to it and add it to the recipe. Well, because we don't drink milk, it'll go bad.
I'd be gone without my milk. That's what's going to be tough for February. I love milk and orange juice, and so that's going to be probably what we spend money on.
Gotcha. Charlie asked if you could sift the dust out and feed it to the pigs. Are you talking about for the chicken feed? Probably. I mean, but I don't know. The pigs will eat anything. Hey, Carla, living a rogue life. Welcome in. Welcome in. That's awesome, Gwen. Good deal for the feed. $4.09 for real gas. Yeah, real gas. That's the key.
$4.09 for a dozen eggs, huh?
Hey, little Frenchie in Big Texas. Welcome in, Ann. I hope you and the girls are doing well. Half a gallon of goat milk costs
I'm
us
so
an
glad
hour.
I don't have to buy eggs. Holly saw some with a whole bunch of facts about eggs, and the eggs that are at the store average, by the time they get to the store, they're average 8 weeks old.
Yep.
Just, ugh.
And they've been washed.
Yeah.
That's what I have a hard time with. Hey there, Barb's Country Home. Welcome in.
Keep bargaining for that cow.
Coffee wins over buying essential amenities for me. Yeah, me too. Me too.
That's what everybody's saying, that is going to be the hard part about the February challenge is coffee.
Why?
It's a big expense.
But if you have it on hand, doesn't that count?
Well, I mean, the object is not to January 31st stock up so you don't spend a penny. The object is to prepare for things. And I don't know, that's where there's a lot of gray area here on what, how much can you have on hand, that you've bought before? Because I don't know. The object is more to raise and grow and, that kind of thing. Not to, because I could go buy 20 gallons of milk and be set. I wouldn't spend a penny in February. So that's the hard thing. It's not to stock up the day before kind of thing.
Okay. Aw. Oh, Annette, you had to give up your coffee sachets. I'm so sorry.
Two old people. Beer wins here. Yep. Friday night. Cheers.
Yes. Good night,
beer.
Loki Trapping. I am so far behind in the chat. Let me just get through here. Oh no, I got up in it. Okay. Whew. Oh, that's awesome. She made mozzarella today. Okay, yeah, because I know for me, that's the hardest part. The hardest part I've been thinking about is how to track it, because I'm not great with those kind of prices, because Ryan's more the grocery shopper. When we first got married, I literally spent as much as I could so he'd never send me again, and it worked. I can't stand it. Hey there, good times. Welcome in. That's the hardest part for me, because we always buy to have on hand. I mean, I did 2 huge grocery shopping runs end of November last year because groceries were concerning. Made sure everything was stocked up, and quite honestly, we've been living on that for months.
And that's a good thing too. And maybe that's, we didn't write down a lot of rules for the February challenge.
Yeah.
With the intent of, everybody put your best effort. And the way I'm seeing it is I'm trying to raise or harvest or whatever as much as possible. And I think, with bartering and this and that, we're ready, I think. But it's those things like milk and OJ. I'm trying to almost be a purist on this. And, everything is, it's as if anything that hasn't been raised or bartered for, that kind of thing, is off the table.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe that's not the right way to look at it.
Gotcha. No, I totally, because that's how I took it, was you were supposed to raise all the stuff that you could and then find out where the holes were, so
Yep.
that way you could figure it out. But as for figuring out, like, if I spent $50, I don't know.
Well, I think to figure it out, at February 1st, the clock starts, and what do you spend on groceries after February 1st and before the 28th? Do it that way. So someone could stock up on the 31st of January and make it through pretty easy. So that's not the intent of it, but I'm hoping people take it as kind of a preparation thing, and how did you do kind of thing.
Right. Hey, Matt and Sarah.
300 pounds of red potatoes.
Yeah.
Good job.
Ariella, I just want to say, Ariella, I emailed you the link, just so you know. I'm just double checking because I know I didn't check since we were talking, so I just want to make sure.
You were talking about getting a cow and all that. We just came across a farm selling a half a pig, and we have kind of an account when we sell eggs, and the half pig was $305. Like, you know what? We've already sold the eggs. It's money there. Let's trade it for the half pig. We said, yeah, we'll take it. And 2 days, they have not brought the thing. They have not communicated with us. I'm like, guys, got the check here for you. It's amazing.
Wow.
Disappointing.
That's sad.
Yeah.
I was able to, Facebook has been a challenge for me. And I say that because of my line of work. It was linked to Ryan's personal account. And I've said this before, I don't use it often because it was just a business page to set up. Because I deliver eggs locally, like right in town. I do that as a perk for people who live nearby or if I'm passing by. And so it kind of limited my ability to use it. I'm still not a fan of it, and that's just me. I like Instagram. That's my thing. But they've separated it now, and now I can use it a little differently. So I'm trying to figure my way out. But now I can join a group without joining Ryan to them.
Yep.
Because the problem before was there were some safety issues, because given my career, people look for me. So I have to be very careful. So I used to work for the CIA. No.
Witness relocation program. She was mom out in New York, so you could tell with the accent.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the thing. So it's really cool now because I can actually, I can get on there. I can see stuff. So now I'm part of the South Dakota barter group or something.
Oh, fun. We're part of several groups, and Facebook's been great for us and our and the Old Sweets Farm. People, a lot of our customers get on there. We'll get a bunch of notes. Hey, I saw you got squash. Can I stop over? Tomorrow I got people coming over for chickens and for some other things. And they wouldn't have found us without Facebook, I don't think.
Cool.
Yeah, it's been really good.
Charlie said a channel I watch raises turkeys, and he's selling them for $7.49 a pound. Outrageous. Good luck with that price. He'll sell them, guaranteed. Hey, Nancy, our treasured home. Welcome in.
I don't know what a good price on turkeys is.
I don't either. I'm gonna track stuff. We track stuff the first year, and we haven't tracked it recently. And Ryan always gets mad. He wants me to track it. So now this year I will.
You got to do that. You got to be tracking, even if it's. I'll tell you, just to track our chickens. What's our expenses and our income from that? I mean, I treat the chickens and our our garden as kind of two separate businesses. I've said that before. There's my
Wow.
just keep a list. I've done it since the beginning of June. Just what do you spend and what do you bring in each week, and then you can kind of, are you making money? You know, is it worth
Yep.
raising those chickens? That kind of thing.
I guess because when it comes to the laying hens, like I knew we were making the money, right? Because it's just like you're gonna laugh at my system. We got the egg sale jar,
Yep.
which are multiple, and then we had the piglet jar, and we do that. But we do need to. I have to do a little bit more. But like when it came to the pigs farrowing, I have this entire thing written down because my customers, I have to make sure that they don't get related pigs and all that. And even though I've given them cards that say who the sow is, who the boar is, complicated, uncomplicated, but like it's so detailed what I gave them. And then I gave them a booklet on how to care for them. That was one of the things, they'll lose a card and then I have to make sure, you know what I mean? That's important to do because you don't want to, you're responsible.
I just want to track everything. Especially, when we had the 40 chicks coming up, we were spending a lot more on feed than we were getting for eggs. So,
yep.
Just there was time, they weren't producing yet. Now that they're producing, okay, now we're into the green. But for a while there, we had a few older girls molting, one that was broody, a bunch of girls eating that weren't producing, the young ones. Now we're good.
Yep.
Now we're good.
I know it. I've got somebody in the green room. Are you ready to come on up? Okay. So I just want to say one thing before I bring her up. Yeah, that's we're like the opposite now. We're like thrilled everybody's gone for the summer.
It's simple again.
It's simple and it's cheap again.
Yeah.
Because I was getting feed every month except for the pigs. I was getting feed for everybody because the meat feed goes quick. Let me tell you when they're eating it. Let me see here. Oh, that's what Charlie said. But I'm going to bring up Ariella. Hey, Ariella.
Hi there. Great to see you, and great to see you, Rich, also.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, yes. Well, good afternoon for me.
Or good afternoon to you, okay.
Yeah, it's 1:13 p.m. here, so lunchtime.
Nice. I'm going to take that banner down below you, and then just want to read what Charlie said, which was, I usually buy about a 10-pound turkey breast. If I would buy a 10 full turkey, that would be $70. Yeah, no. I know that. Hey there, Bland's Promised Land Ranch.
Lazy days. Hi.
No worries, Jen. Northern Girl Hobbies. Thanks for stopping in, beautiful. Hey there, Andale. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Gosh, I hope I didn't miss anybody. I hate missing people.
You got a good group in here tonight.
Yeah, there's always a good group in here. Let me get that banner down off the screen so it's not blocking Ariella. There we go.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I'm just watching the chat here too. I've got it running on the phone, or I won't see the chat. I'm using a computer. I've never sort of done it with Melon before, and it's actually working quite well. I've got another computer that I bought from one of the cash converter stores yesterday, and it's able to run StreamYard and Melon and all of that. So really, really brilliant that I can sort of do some more stuff that I couldn't do before with my old computer.
Good for you. I'm glad you got that.
Yeah, I got a super the other day from YouTube. So, just about everything that comes from YouTube seems to go back into it. So, all good there. And, yeah, it's running Windows 10 and it's got 8 gig of RAM. So, just perfect for that.
Nice.
Speaking of prices, I'll show you some brisket burgers that I bought a couple of days ago. I've still got a couple more to cook up. So it's always
You cooked those
interesting
on your
when,
live stream, didn't you?
Hey.
Did you cook those on your live stream?
Oh yes, and I've got 2 left. But yeah,
Nice.
that's $10.50 just for 4 of those. 600 grams. So you're looking. I believe that's about 18 ounces.
Wow.
They're not
Wow.
the cheapest burgers. They're a higher quality and more expensive than the cheapest ones.
You want to
The
hear about
cheapest-
my deal of the day?
Absolutely.
Yes, Sarah. She said brisket burgers. So my deal of the day is Diesel has to have. Diesel's a bulldog. They all have allergies. Once you find out what it is that manages them, you stick with it. So for Yogi, it was the raw diet, which is they call the BARF diet, which is biologically appropriate raw food. Yogi, it boom, night and day. We went from being at the vet every week to we actually went for the yearly checkups, and we thought something was wrong with him because we couldn't believe it. And he lived to be so old. Diesel did not seem to reap the same benefit from the raw diet, which takes up a lot of freezer space because that's where you store it. So we finally found, I think it's a Canna, where we feed him dog food, but it's like $80, $90 a bag for the big bag, right? But that's over a month of food. Well over a month of food. You buy so many bags, you get one free. So today we got $180 worth of feed for $80. Plus,
Wow.
he has not had to have his allergen injection in a year, which was like $150 a month. So that's exciting.
Does he know that pets are only $15 for February?
I told him I wasn't going to feed him.
Yeah, you got all those turkey necks set aside.
He gets them right. Well, he doesn't get the turkey necks because he'll choke on them because he won't chew them enough.
Oh,
But he loved the pheasant necks.
pheasant necks. That's what it was. Sorry.
He loved the pheasant necks, and we give him all the chicken necks and stuff like that. But really, I know it sounds crazy, but once you find the right food for them, it actually saves you money on their medical bills, which is worth it. So
Don't let him eat your chickens.
I know he wants to play with them. I have to hold him by the leash by the door and go, "There's a chicken out there. Diesel chicken. Be nice." And then he goes out there and he walks out instead of lunging at them to play with them. He's really good with them.
Good.
He used to live with a tiny little cat, and they would go nose to nose all the time. The cat would jump on his back. It was hysterical.
We had we came home and had a missing chicken tonight, so we're down one. I don't know what it might just be hunkered down somewhere since it's cold. It took off and it's out in the corn or something. Who knows? We'll find out in the morning.
True. That's a good idea, Jesse. I could grind them down. We put them away to make broth, but that's a good idea.
Yeah.
The turkey necks seem to be really hard, and regular dogs have a long snout like that, not Diesel. So he has to bite everything on the side. But I hope your chicken comes back.
Yeah, we do too, but and it being callous, I guess, or I don't know what it is, but we're trying to thin the herd down a little bit. So I don't know. That's one way.
It's reality based.
Yeah, it is.
There are times they don't come back, and that's just the way it is.
We've only had one that kind of walked off. Usually there's a sign of something happening. I know there were some eagles flying very high up today. All the girls paused for a second, and I looked up and saw it was way up there, but who knows? stuff happens with
Yeah.
chickens. So
It does. It does. We lost a turkey today. He flew in the pen with the emus. They don't play well with others. Well, that's good to know, and I'm really sorry.
wow. Yeah, sorry to laugh, but
I didn't know that
yeah.
because I wanted an
Yeah, I
emu.
didn't know
Ryan
that
won't let me
either.
have one.
Emus look like if I went in the pen, like they'd kick my backside. So a little turkey, man.
I want one, but then I see that useless farm and she's always fighting with him or something, and I'm like, I don't know if I want one.
Yeah. Oh, when I came here, speaking about emus, it's a meme or a joke here or something. If Daz is around, he could probably back me up on that one. But an old Australian curse was, may your chooks turn into emus and kick your dunny down.
Say that again.
It's, may your chooks turn into emus and kick your dunny down. I'll have to translate that one. They're basically saying, may your chickens turn into emus and kick your outhouse down.
That's funny.
It is funny. If Daz was here, he could probably back that one up, and probably Blue should probably back that one up too, because I believe she's original from Australia.
Wow.
Yep.
Gwyneth Broke Cowgirl said people ended up turning them loose because the bottom fell out of the emu meat market. That's crazy. Somebody was letting out ducks here, and it's just
I can't imagine going down the street and seeing some emus running around. So
yeah, and I mean, there's like somebody was letting out all these ducks. I mean, ducks that had been raised like domestically. You know what I mean? They don't know how to survive. You know,
right.
they just they don't.
Yeah, they wouldn't do very well.
Yeah, and then there was a joke with my former coworkers because the sheriff's department in the county over had found 2 yaks, and they couldn't find the owners. And
Wow.
of course, my friends were contacting me and telling me my yaks were out. But the joke of it is that I was laughing because they said they couldn't find the owner. I was like, who doesn't know their yaks are missing? But Monica set me straight on that, I believe. She was like, darn things will probably just get out. I think it was Monica. Hey, Leanne, Mennonite Farmhouse, welcome in. Oh, no. Biden and Pileski found the door open. Oh, I hope you find them. Emus were running around the roads there. Oh, my gosh. Gwen. Girl, you have seen some stuff in your life, huh?
I didn't know how to interpret Leanne's comment there. I thought there was a political joke in there that I couldn't figure out. So
she's got 2 kitties, Biden and Pileski.
Okay.
Yeah, Lori at LG, that's her cat. Ariella, you had something you wanted to say? You came up?
Yeah, I'm running a collaboration which will be running in November, and Gail Southern Living will be a co-hostess for that, and it'll be worldwide and run pretty much on the same lines as Gail's Fall Fest 22 giveaway. And we'd love to have a lot of channels sort of get involved in that. And Gail's Fall Fest was really great for my channel. I picked up like about 50 or so friends by being involved in that. So it's, another opportunity for a lot of channels just to grow and, get a few more friends and get their channel name out there. And basically what we will do is everybody will make a video if they wish to be involved, and there is an email for that. I should look up the email address and get that to you all. Basically, everybody will make like a 3 to 5 minute video just telling about your own channel and just announcing the giveaway and if you'd like to be involved. And of course, anybody who comments on that video, there will be like a secret phrase or a secret hashtag or whatever. And the channel owners will pick out a semi-finalist for their own channel using like YouTube comment picker or the like. And of course, their semi-finalist will be given to me via the email address to me and Gail. And all the semi-finalists will be put onto a wheel with comment picker, and we will draw out a grand prize winner. And the way we're sort of thinking of running it is recommending to have the prizes to be electronic, PayPal or Wish or Amazon gift cards, that sort of thing, just to cut down on the cost of postage. It will be optional if the channel wishes to provide a semi-finalist, but of course, you know, grand prize will be compulsory. Suggesting like about, you know, 10 or 20 bucks sort of worth, whatever you can sort of afford really. And on the day, we will also have a second place draw, which, you know, for channels to give second place, that will be optional as well. I will be giving a second place, but a lot of channels may not. My semi-finalist, I will be giving like a sticker from my merchandise store to the semi-finalist. And I've got to work out the amount I'll give for the grand prize winner. You know, maybe 20 bucks worth from Amazon and 5 or 10 bucks worth from Amazon for the second prize. What else am I going to say? I'm probably, you know, blur and getting forgetful.
Well,
But
you said it's hashtag Christmas is coming 22.
yep.
Okay. And hi, Joy Bless Life.
Christmas 22 is coming. Hashtag.
I want to make sure I typed it in right. Christmas 22 is coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Each channel who's involved will be, you know, contributing a prize to the grand prize draw. And I mean, you know, you may choose to send produce or something too, and especially like if the winner comes from the United States and you're a US based channel, you may decide to instead of a gift voucher for your contribution, sending out a few jars of jam that you've made or something or other like that.
Cool. Very cool. Thanks for telling us about that. So if you guys are interested, the best person to contact is you, Ariella, and your email is on your about page.
I do have an email on my channel, but I'll just bring up the official email and I'll type that out in chat. So just bear with me as I get that up.
Sure, sure. And Joy Bless Life. Joy, welcome in. And Joy, check your Instagram messages. I just sent you something.
I'll just see if I can get that here. I just hope that I can type it up correctly. The email address. Gail set it up.
Take your time. I'm going to make Rich talk while you're doing that.
Oh, good. Yes. Because I'll type it out into chat when I can sort of get it up.
Sure. Take your time. Rich, what are you doing this weekend? Your garden is all done.
You know, yeah, we're got a couple people coming over for some squash, and people want to buy some chickens from us instead of butchering the chickens. They're still producing. They're just getting old, so we're selling some chickens. Otherwise, we've still got a bunch of produce on the table. We're trying to work through. Holly's been making sauces, and there's a lot still to work through. I'm going to work up my official numbers and video, but wow, we got a live on Sunday night, but our total poundage was over 3,000 pounds for the year.
Congratulations. That's incredible.
Yeah, and we figured we did some figuring on the size of our garden. Our garden is about 0.29 acres. So let's just say 3/10 of an acre, 3,000 pounds. I don't know if that's good or bad. It seems like a darn good number. 460
It is.
pounds of that was pumpkin. So we could say, of edible food, like 2,900. It's like, wow.
Good night, Vineyard Chicks. That is massive.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. How much was the size of the garden? How much of an acre?
About 0.29. So 3/10 of an acre.
Yeah, you rocked it. You rocked it because I think Melody at Bake a Leg and Let's Dig It, I don't think she's on her gardens equate to that size.
Right. Hers are not big. She gets good
But
production from.
Yeah, she's intensive gardening.
Yep.
I know for me, if we intensive garden, even though we're dry, it just seems like there's not enough airflow. Like as evidenced by the greenhouse. That is super, super. And here I am contacting you the other night with my measly little number.
You know what? The thing is, you got to look at what you've done and what can you do to improve. That's what we're doing right now. Since we had the early frost, it's, what could we improve on next year? What didn't work? What did?
Right.
What do we need to change? What plants really are not right for us? We've got such a small window, like you do. It's basically June 1st. We plant inside and get things ready, but June 1st to October 1st, we got 4 months of growing season. That's it. So there you go, Gwen. That's
amazing.
That's awesome. And I don't include eggs. We do keep track of eggs as far as quantity numbers, but I'm not getting into weighing those darn things. No way.
Me, she's doing it because she's in Shed Wars, and it makes perfect sense.
Okay.
That was why I didn't join Shed Wars, because it was too much for me to keep up with this year because I knew that we would have a lot going on. But my number that I gave to you, which was in my video, we raised 215.5 pounds. And part of that is because we're not going to raise a meat pig every year. Now, we may if we raise one Kuni pig a year, but we raised 413 pounds of pork alone last year, and we're still working through it. And we've given a bunch away. So I didn't weigh produce. The only thing that I weighed was all of the meat that we raised, and the potatoes. I did not include that in the 215, but I did weigh the potatoes. And I do have some tomatoes in the freezer that I'm going to weigh just for giggles because I'm thrilled we did it.
Yep.
But the rest of the produce, we enjoyed actually having the produce to eat.
Yep. We took, I'm not weighing every piece that comes out of the garden. We're weighing a bunch of them to get some averages and then keeping track of what we pulled out. If I counted and weighed every little cherry tomato that came out, no way. So
exactly.
There's some figuring in there and some rounding, but if anything, I tried to round down, but it's unreal. So I don't know if we're a third of an acre and 3,000 plus pounds. Could you get for an acre? Could you get 10,000 pounds? And it's like, okay, how do we expand and add to our CSA and what do we want to do next?
Well, there's books out there that will talk about that's Ariela's stuff she foraged, right?
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. 3/4 leek, wild garlic, few different names, but this is the last of what I've got to cook up. I've had a big cook up and preserve up of the rest that I got, and I ended up in all getting like about nearly a 5-gallon bucket full of it.
Wow, that's incredible, Ariela.
Nice. Yeah, those look good. Jesse, nice.
They look-
Yeah, Gwen, I probably put most of the cherry tomatoes into my mouth. My God, I love that. That is one of the best pieces of the garden. Just throwing those
Yeah.
tomatoes in. Oh,
Yeah. I was just thrilled this year to actually be able to make bread and butter pickles. And I was able to give some to a couple neighbors, which we usually don't even get enough for ourselves. We had plenty all summer long.
yeah.
We had plenty of our yellow squash and zucchini casserole, which I love. We had I made a bunch of zucchini bread for Ryan because he loves it, but we don't need to have loaves sitting around. So I made him so many loaves of it and just cut it up, wrapped it in saran wrap twice, put freezer paper on it, and I froze it, and he'll eat it. And it's just great because all that stuff will be it's just nice to have all year long,
We've got so much shredded zucchini down in the freezer. I was trying to organize the freezer, getting ready for this pig that was supposed to show up, and my God, the amount of shredded we've got. If anybody local needs shredded zucchini, come talk to me.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah.
talk to me.
No kidding. That's awesome, Blue.
Yeah.
I had one golden raspberry on my new bush, but I didn't get a chance to get any of it.
If you
Charlie,
oh,
I was gonna say, Charlie, don't be envious. You totally will be able to do some of that.
yep. If
What
you
were you
get
gonna say,
your big greenhouse or your tunnel going, that's going to be key to increasing your production, I think.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that was so productive inside that greenhouse. It looked like. I mean, that was packed and just continued to grow so well. No, it was packed because it was growing so well.
It was overly packed.
Yep.
Ryan was like, I said, Ryan, hold the door. He's like, what are you doing? I said, I got to climb in here. And I'd be like,
That's a good problem to have.
yeah, yeah. I planted garlic too. I don't know. Ariella, you tried to plant garlic last year, right? But some kind of critter was digging it up on you.
Yeah, the possums, and I had terrible trouble with tomatoes and garlic because the possums will come and just they'll eat the tomatoes and they'll actually scratch out the garlic. They don't eat them or break them off, and it gives me no end of problems. But at least I can grow the wild garlic in the garden here, and it actually started off with just a few plants that I found along the woodland trail, and I sowed the bulbs around in the garden and just let it grow, and ended up with a 5-gallon bucket full of it this year. So absolutely brilliant.
That's wonderful. And
That is
I
productive.
just want to say hey to Growing with Hudson Q. Welcome in, my friend. And also, moderators, thank you for all you do, and sit back and relax. Just sit back and relax. You guys do so much. Thank you so much. Squirrels have found my cantaloupe, rotten things. Yes, Charlie, it was a success. It was a success. I'm gonna have to disinfect it again because the whole quinoa thing has got going on. But I'm letting that quinoa grow. I'm letting it all grow. My chickens love to sneak in there if I forget to close the door when I let them out to free range. That's another reason why I let them out to free range later, because I can't close the greenhouse door and my leghorns all want to get in there. And I think that golden comet we lost her due to eating a green tomato, even though she shouldn't have been. Because my rooster was pulling tomatoes off,
Throwing them down.
and throwing them down. And I think she ate a green one because she went from being fine to deceased in a very short amount of time. And they say green tomatoes will do that.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
I've thrown a few green tomatoes out to the girls. I'll stop that.
Yeah. They say anything in the nightshade family is supposedly poisonous for them. And so tomato plants or unripened tomatoes can be poisonous. And I ran over to Dwight and was, like he listens to me, but I went over there and I was like, would you stop that?
They'll listen.
But yeah.
Oh, if I get green tomatoes anywhere, nothing's getting them but me. I love green tomato relish.
Do you?
Yeah, and it's absolutely brilliant if you get a good recipe for it. And next time I get some green tomatoes, I'll actually cook some up and make a video of that. It's absolutely brilliant green tomato relish or green tomato chutney.
Let me ask you this. Is it really acidic?
No, you do add a fair bit of sugar and you do add some vinegar in with your relish as well. And you cook it down, and then you probably want to keep it a couple of weeks before you open the jar and get into it. And there's a lot of spices and there's onion and all sorts of ingredients that go in with it.
Cool. Good night, Leanne. Gwen said it's the leaves of the nightshades they can't have. I don't know. I was reading online; they were saying no green tomatoes. I'm not arguing because, like I said, I don't know. But we did that with our green tomatoes. We did pickled green tomatoes and we did dehydrated green tomatoes. And Ryan told me never to make them again because the acidity killed them.
Hmm.
And so that's why I'm asking, because we're going to find ourselves in a situation if the ones I have in the greenhouse don't turn, and I do want to try to make it into a relish. That's why I was asking.
Yeah. Well, of course, you're modifying the acidity by adding sugar.
Good to know.
But yeah,
Well,
just to eat them straight pickled, yeah, that'd be just over the top acidic for sure.
gotcha. I'm just going to send, you guys can keep talking. I'm just going to send a link to somebody right now.
There you go. I need to jump out here in a second. I got an early morning,
Sure.
and I need to now go get up early and go find a chicken, maybe. So, or find what happened. Be detective. Never a dull moment.
Thanks for coming on, Rich. It was nice to see you.
I'm going to jump out. Everybody have a great weekend, and maybe we'll see everybody on Sunday night on our live. Take care, everybody.
Bye, Rich. Thank you. Say hi to Holly.
Right, we will. Bye-bye.
Bye. Gwen, I love fried green tomatoes. There you go. I love fried green tomatoes. So good. I've got somebody else coming up, and I just want to make sure that we leave time for them as well. But so it's springtime by you, Ariella. What else are you gonna forage?
Well, hopefully I can find some mushrooms. But the mushrooms more come in the fall. But of course, I will be looking around the woodland trail for some mushrooms and around where they generally are. I may be lucky, I may not. I guess I'll see what happens there.
Awesome. Enjoy. I just sent you the link via email to your email. I figured I'd let you know that because you were waiting so long for me to check my phone. I'm sorry. So what's the deadline for your collaboration?
Well, we're basically thinking of running it sort of from about the first week in November. I'd have to go back to the chat with Gail when we sort of hashed that out, but pretty much I think the first to about the middle of November, just from memory, we'll be putting the videos up, and then it'll be drawn the first week, the grand prize will be drawn the first week of December.
Nice.
Just so that everything's out by Christmas.
Nice. So what are some examples of, say, some of the gifts that might be given out on a smaller level? I know you said the grand prize might be money gift cards. Is that correct?
Yeah, depending on where the winner comes from, or if somebody's actually willing to spend on postage.
Gotcha.
But somebody might decide, for example, the grand prize winner ends up being in one of the lower 48, and of course a USA-based channel may decide, well, in that case, we're going to send out, five jars of jam that we made ourselves on our own homestead.
Gotcha.
You could send out whatever you really would like to send out as a prize. We're just recommending electronic vouchers, just for if anybody's worried about the cost of postage, and that we can cut the postage out totally.
Postage is insane.
Oh, absolutely. It's insane here, and I know it's insane to send things over to you all, and it's insane for you to send things back to us. And I was on Teespring just sorting out to send my sticker for my semi-finalist, which my semi-finalist should have her sticker now, hopefully, from Gail's drawing. But that cost me, I think it was about $13 or $14 in all to send that.
Okay.
And a lot of that was postage.
Wow.
And that was through Teespring. And because I was ordering it from here too, our government, in their wisdom, decided that I had to pay the value-added tax, or goods and services tax, or sales tax, whatever you want to call it. So that added to it as well.
Ariella, not to change the subject, but somebody asked in the chat about, well, Sarah asked about fried green tomatoes or the relish. And I deferred her to Gwen at Bro Cowgirl for the recipe for the fried green, because I just know Gwen has probably got something darn good. But the relish, now in Australia, you guys don't use like the ball book or anything because it's different over there. So, like, where do you find your recipe for green tomato relish?
Well, I don't know about people, Australians, but yeah, I've actually got recipes from Ball.
Oh,
That's recipes I use. You can actually get them online if you can't get the Ball book itself.
thank you, because I was going to refer her to the ball book, and I didn't know if you use the same one. That's all. Ooh, we've got other guests backstage. Are you guys ready? I'm going to wait till they get all adjusted and they give me a thumbs up and tell me they're ready. Awesome. I'm going to bring them up. Welcome, Joy and Donnie.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you guys?
Good.
Good to see you guys.
Yeah, we just came up from Pigeon Forge earlier. We went out for fall.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And how's the painting going, Donnie?
Well, thank you for asking. I'm amazed. That's what's happening. I don't even know what's going to happen. I'm still painting by imagination. I have not gone out and painted a scene yet. So when things appear it's like, oh my goodness, it's the most wonderful thing when you don't know what's going to happen, and then it happens, and all of a sudden you're closer up, and then it's distance and far, and everybody's like, wow, look at that. And I'm going, what? But they say, everybody says I'm improving.
He started just watching, Bob Ross on YouTube. Basically, I watched Bob Ross way back in PBS.
Back in the 90s, yeah.
Yeah, and
80s.
stuff. But then he just started, because he was a house painter and stuff, and he kind of wanted to do some other things. So he started doing, faux painting?
Faux finishing.
He's done pillars to make them look like marble and things like that, so he's done faux painting, things like that. And then I just kept saying, well, you can do it
for years.
You can do it. You can do it.
You can do that.
Kept encouraging him. You'd be surprised what encouragement can do to somebody's, self-esteem, that they can do things.
Who, me? Low self-esteem? No.
And so he basically he has an imagination because he's a storyteller. you know. And when he tells a story, sometimes he will just hear music and listen to it, you know, once or twice and say, there's a story in that. And then he'll just listen to it again and a story will just come to him. He doesn't write it down or anything. It'll just come to him and he'll tell
It'll
a
even
story.
to the pace of the music without even realizing it. It's amazing.
And he's worked with
It's like a gift.
he's worked with a musician that writes his own music, and so they've been in the studio together and produced quite a few stories with music in the background, you know. And so he
Some
just
of those are on
basically, you know, he
Storyteller.
sees it in his mind, and he just says what he sees. And so that's what he's done with the paintings and stuff. So
Yeah,
That's so cool.
Having an understanding of how to blend paint is kind
This
of
is
like
just
in my nature.
a recent one he did for winter.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's
Beautiful.
3 little snowmen there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And do you guys know Ariella?
No, but I know she was in the Fall Fest, but I haven't met her.
Well, Joy and Donnie, I want you to meet Ariella, Viking Venture and Victuals. And Ariella, you have a jar there. Do you want to show about the relish? Is that it?
No, that's some foraging that I found beside the street a couple of days back.
What is it?
It's a sealed jar, but it's going to be absolutely perfect once I wash things out properly. Just for preserving, and especially, you know, for fridge pickles or something like that.
Nice.
That an antique?
It could well be. I should have a look to see what the writing on the bottom of it is.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
you're
it could well be an antique. Or it says made in China, so it's obviously not a antique. But
I know.
But I love like that.
I think people came
yeah,
from China.
they're brilliant. So many uses for something like that. But it is nice, thick glass, so it'll be perfect for some of my preserving jobs,
Nice.
or as a cookie jar, either or.
That's right. Well, I know Joy and Donnie have a Christmas collab coming up as well. They were talking about. You want to share a little bit about that?
Yeah. And right now we have also a fall collab, which is not, which is very easy to join because there's some people that can't be givers because of whatever circumstance they're in. So that's why I came up with a fall collab as well, because they don't have to give anything. The only thing that'll be given, it will be from us at the end, you know?
Aw.
Paintings.
And I wanted it to help people because I have some friends that aren't vlogging right now because they're going through some things, you know, and they're helping their family or they're doing something. They're very actively busy with important things right now. And so that's why I came up with the idea about they could put in old videos and it could get them new views on it. So into this collab. So it's hashtag pumpkin spice 22, and then they send me the the link to it so that I can share it out onto my playlist. And that
Brilliant.
way, if they have an old video, it can still get their channel out there and get them some more views, and maybe somebody will enjoy it and get it in. So it could be an old video or it could be a new video that somebody puts out. But it's not Halloween, it's just fall. Anything fall.
Yeah.
It could be maybe they baked something for fall, or they cooked a fall dish, or they go to a fall festival, or they do or they go see some fall decorations at their local garden store, or they're sharing their decorations.
And it helps them not feel alone.
Or
it
they're
helps them
doing
feel like they're still part, even
like
though they can't do anything right
a fall craft. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that are crocheting those pumpkins right now, you know, lately. So it's anything fall, you know, because I have a lot of viewers that are
so you can feel
very young children. So I don't post anything scary on my channel or share because of the little ones, you know, that are watching and stuff. So that's why I said fall. you know, and then, yeah, and then just share it with me so I know it's there. And then the only thing we asked was, you know, please subscribe to his channel and mine, you know, but
Even that,
even that, it says you don't have to be a public subscriber,
Right.
because I'm not a public subscriber because I have high functioning autism. So it's one of those private things I keep private, because I've actually had people that try to tell me what to do and who to watch and this and that. And, you know, it just is a little too much for me. So I keep that private. That's, you know, I can watch then, you know, who I want and not feel people pressuring me, you know,
That's right.
and stuff. And so, so that's that, the pumpkin spice 22 one. And then the Christmas one is about us all, whoever wants to join as YouTubers, giving back to our viewers. So in that sense, it'll be kind of like the one that Gail did with the Fall Fest, where, you know, people give back two prizes, one to their own viewers, and then one to a grand prize person that will be picked, you know, later on after the thing, you know. So, and I wanted it to be, again, kind of like the way we did it. Like, you can ask people to subscribe, but please don't demand that they subscribe publicly. And so if you're picking a comment picker and you hit subscribe, or you go look to see if they subscribed, if they're private like me, you won't know that they're subscribed, and they could be one of your very best viewers, because I view a lot of people. If they look on my channel, they won't see it as a subscription, but I'm there, you know, and I watch a lot on the TV too.
You need to explain
you know?
this public and private subscription thing so people understand what you're talking about. Does everybody know what you're talking about? I have no idea.
So you can so in other words, if Joy looks to see if I am connected, if I have my subscription status private, she cannot see if I am subscribed to her or not.
Okay.
If she looks up and I'm public, she can see that I am public.
Mhm.
Let me just tell you something, Joy. This is why I love you too. Let me tell you, I am all about following all the folks I want to follow. I watch as many things as I can. There's not enough hours in a day for all of us, but at the end of the day, I don't want my channel causing anybody stress. I want them to watch because they want to watch, not because they feel like they have to watch. So I can totally relate to you talking about feeling the pressure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I think sometimes we all get caught up in that. And I think it becomes very unhealthy for a lot of us.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I cook.
That's what?
That's why I cook. I'm experimenting right now with my air fryer, and I made air fry pumpkin pie. And so we just did a blog on that, and we did one also on air fry pumpkin bread.
Mm-hmm.
And now this air fry thing is getting bigger. The air fryers were round; they kind of look like little tubs. Now they've made them bigger and square. Well, for an RV, this has been an answer, because those air fryers cook your shrimp without grease, and they come out hot and crispy, just like they just came out of grease. But they don't use grease.
Really?
And I just did cookies, and I've done cakes and pies and lemon bars, and it's only a little tiny air fryer, and it's my new oven. Toaster oven takes forever. This thing is we did a 45-minute pie in 30 minutes.
We don't actually have an oven in this RV.
No, most
Wow.
RVs or
You know?
tiny homes.
Yeah.
You can't even have the electricity. You're in a 35 amp campground. You're not going to be able to have an oven, but you
Right.
can have a fire.
Mm-hmm.
And are we ever enjoying that? I'm telling you what, the French fries, and then of course every day I'm at work. I made up these bags of chicken wings, all seasoned and put in the freezer. And every morning I get one bag out for her, and she can pop it in. It's thawed by lunchtime, and she puts those wings in, and and they just cook beautifully, just like they were in a restaurant.
Oh, you're so sweet, you guys. I love it. That's awesome.
Yeah, we've adjusted well. We're at 2 years, of course. We didn't think we would be in an RV for 2 years. We're already at 2 years. so many months. So it's like,
Wow.
Well,
A
we grew
question.
the RV in 2018.
The fall.
Wow.
Yeah.
18. Well,
A question. Yeah. A question, Donnie and Joy. Your air fryer. You're saying it's a square one. Is it one of those that's a combination dehydrator as well as an air fryer?
yes, they are. Now, mine isn't, but the new ones are.
Yeah,
And
that's. I want
Fans,
one of those.
they have a new one that has a high speed for cooking and low speed for dehydrating. Yes, sirree.
And well, this belonged to the campground kitchen. They let us use their kitchen, and that's where we vlogged the video. But it also has like a little rotisserie thing on it for like a small chicken or those little
A hen
Cornish hens
or a
or
piece
whatever.
of meat or anything.
You
You
know,
could put
just
anything
a
in
small
there.
rotisserie and stuff.
Yeah. Or something like that. But of course, those are going to spatter and go all over the place. I don't know if I would make a mess like that, but I suppose if you put tinfoil underneath it, and it would do wow, your own rotisserie chicken. Wouldn't that be?
I'm sold. I'm sold.
Yeah. So
That's incredible.
everything, and it's only about the size of a laptop as far as left to right, top to bottom.
Yeah.
It's a 13 by 12. Just a little thing, and yet it's got all the horsepower of a big oven. So it's
That's
really
incredible.
Yeah, take a look at those. We just did them, and are they both posted now?
One's on his channel and one's on my channel.
Yeah. We had some people laughing pretty hard because they were yelling at me, going, "I'm watching your video, yelling at you to push the button."
It was the campground people. They let us use their air fryer in their kitchen, and I was.
So they
If
wanted
you watch
to find
the
out what
video,
happened.
yeah, I was telling him
Push the button.
how to turn it on, and he was not believing me. And so they're like going, "Listen to your wife. Listen to your wife."
Animated watchers, but hey, a football game, everybody does that, so why not?
That's funny. That's funny. Ariella does a lot of cooking. A lot of cooking.
Ariella from Down Under. A lot of accents.
I do all sorts of things on my channel. I get outdoors and cooking live streams more these days, but also supermarket hauls and a few outings, a few beach videos, ASMR. So I'm sort of not stuck to any niche. I just do whatever I want to do. So
Nice.
MR
something for everybody, I guess. Hopefully.
I love ASMR.
Yeah, I do a lot of it because being
no idea.
autistic, that's my peaceful thing. There's some days that I just need really a lot of peace. So I will,
No talking.
yeah, no talking, in the background or something. Because like I might put somebody's video on the TV and turn the sound down, and then I would turn on something peaceful. So like even Katmai National Park and the bears,
Yep.
they had this, they just have been fishing and gorging themselves, to be ready for their hibernation. And this week they're having like the fat bear contest there at the national stuff. So I had shared that out on Instagram, but that to me, listening, you hear the sounds of the birds and then you'll hear the sounds of the waterfall and stuff. So sometimes I would just tune that in on the background and let it play for hours on the computer. And then I'll playing somebody else, a YouTube friend on the TV, or something. And then I might be editing on my phone.
She's a
so I'm
multitasker.
like multitasking, but
Yeah.
the peacefulness of the waterfall, and so that's why I do a lot of those, because especially, when 2020 hit, there was a lot of voices out there. And then there was a lot of panic, a lot of people scared for several years and stuff. And so I felt like maybe they need some things that are no voices, just the sound of nature, or the sound of some peaceful music, or something. So that's why I really started putting those out there.
I agree. You know what I used to listen to at work, and it used to be soothing for me, is I would have up Tibetan singing bowls. It would be a video that was like 6 hours long, and I would just minimize the window and just have it running in the background while I was doing stuff, and it just kept me grounded.
Mhm.
You know, made a huge, huge difference. Here, I like to just, well, I don't have as many now. I just have Norman now. But when we had all the piglets, it was just go out and look at their little faces. You know, it was
Yeah.
just so peaceful to
Yeah.
sit there and look at them. But I love nothing more than even just sitting in my pasture with my pigs. They're just, to me, it's just, there's so much love, you know, and joy from them.
Yeah.
They're grounded.
Animals, just
Yeah.
something about watching animals, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They bring me joy every day, and it's something silly, you know. Like I'll give you an example. I have a big picture window that looks, so the front of our house overlooks the farm, and the back of it is to the road, and we're grateful for that. It's such a great setup. So it's almost like instead of looking at the real world, we get to look at our world, you know. So when I look out my picture window, and I put this in my Instagram stories a lot, I look out there. Hey, Jason Ilkinir, I look out there, and you know, we rotate the net fencing. So the girls are right in front of the window today. So I look out the door, like I put a trash bag out until I can get to it. And the girls see me and they're like, because all of a sudden now they're starving to death, right? Because I don't feed them. And then I look out 5 minutes later and it looks like they're famished. They've laid out, like, you know, and it's just silly things like that looking out there. And then they hear the bucket. They know the difference because now they know the bucket's coming. And now they're already in the barn, and all I did was open the door. It's just the silly little things in life, you know. Got to find fun in it, you know.
Yeah.
We all need to have a view in our life.
Yeah. Agreed.
Mhm.
Does the
Well,
Viking,
guys, oh, go ahead, Donnie. I'm sorry.
does Viking have a view down there?
Oh yes, the creek at my house actually, the house that I stay and rent at, actually, the bottom of the garden has a creek next to it,
Mm.
and yeah, that's definitely kept us sane in the last year or so. And I will often do a live stream down by there, or even do some outdoor cooking down by there.
Yeah.
It does sort of The
background.
creek does sort of quite often feature in my videos, as well as the woodland trail and a few things like that, because I love the outdoors.
Hi, Daz.
Oh, we've got Daz here. Hi there, Daz.
Hey,
You'll
Des.
have a giggle, Daz. We were talking about when I came to Australia and I heard an Australian curse. May your chooks turn into emus and kick your dunny down. So you'll have a giggle at that one, Daz. I certainly had a giggle at that, and I sort of had to work out exactly what they meant the first time I heard it. But once I knew the meaning of it, I really had a giggle.
It is very funny. Well, guys, I am getting tired. I have to be honest. So I wanted to make sure everybody got a chance to talk about their collabs. Is there anything else you guys want to say about your collabs? How people can get in touch with you, or anything? Because I think that's important.
Yeah.
The email I put into chat before. I think I'll see if I can run that again.
Sure. There you go.
I've got it running on the phone here. Otherwise, I sort of can't keep up with chat very well on the computer. It doesn't sort of show things very well. But anyways, that email, and either Gail or myself will be checking that one.
Have a great night, Tony. Our cabin in the woods.
You type in
And
yours.
our email, I just sent it to you. So if you want to share it, that's fine. It's schnauzerhauser@msn.com.
That's the one I can type in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah, we-
just wanted to make sure.
Schnauzers. We were Schnauzer breeders years ago.
Yeah.
You know, Joy was telling me that, and let me just type because sometimes I can't do two things at once. Sometimes I can do a million things at once.
That's why I would tell him the same thing all the time.
Yeah, I can't
So
listen.
take a look at, oh, here. So schnauzerhauser at msn.com. I did it. Okay.
Okay, you got it.
I think it's everything but typing. Meanwhile, if I was texting someone on my phone, I'd have no problem. How ironic is that, right? But Joy was saying that you guys used to raise them and she loved, and I hope you don't mind me saying this, Joy, but you said you loved getting the pictures.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm getting pictures of the piglets and I'm like, oh, they're so cute. To
Even
see
now,
them be loved.
even now I get pictures like, and it's been so many years ago since, you know, the last puppy that was adopted, you know, I always called it adopted. And because they're family, you know, to me. And so yeah, I have someone that is on Facebook, and he'll share pictures with me still, you know, from the one he had gotten and stuff. So yeah.
Aw. I sold the two families that we sold, actually the five pigs to. One took 3, one took 2, and they were both first-time Kune pig owners. And I mean, it just the fact that they'd come visit, you know, until they were ready to be weaned, and then they were sending me pictures and everything, and it just does my heart so good to see all that they've done for the pigs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because people sometimes think, oh, you know, because some of them are meat, some of them aren't. I mean, that's just the reality.
Mhm.
And I think sometimes people go, oh, well, they're meat pigs. But I can tell you they're in loving homes.
Right.
You know, there's a difference for folks who are actually like loving every minute of them, even though they're raising some of them for meat, you know?
Right. And which is you also, because you absolutely
they're
love
smart.
every animal you have, no matter what their end is going to be, you
Right.
know.
I love them all. I love
Mhm.
them all. We hatch turkeys, and I'm sitting there late at night. Ryan went to bed, and I'm up late, and I'm sitting there with turkeys all wrapped up. They're just so much fun. Animals just are the bomb, you know?
Mhm.
You know, yeah, there's a place in Romans chapter 8 that says all creation is waiting on the redemption of God. And I believe those animals are included in all. If people
Yep.
say animals this or no, they don't have a soul or any kind of argument like that, I just want to encourage people. Romans chapter 8 says animals are a part of all creation is waiting for redemption. So I look to that to know my dog's in heaven. I look to that to know that there's a love that my dog had that I will recognize when I get to heaven
Yeah.
and say, you were the one that was there loving me.
Mhm.
I know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Good night, Sarah. And hey, Brian, welcome in. Yeah, I could not agree more. I mean, I don't know. I treat my pigs no different than I treat Diesel. You know, it's just that Diesel's in my house and the other ones are outside.
Yeah.
I was this close, Joy, to going out and getting Norman last night. Ryan would have had a heart attack, but I was this close to bringing him in the house last night and just snuggling with him. And
Bring
I
him in.
thought,
He'll never be happy if he ever finds out where you're at. He'll never be happy with the pen again. Don't. Is this how you're living without me? Oh no.
yeah. That and his destiny, I mean, honestly, is he's a meat pig, so I have to keep my boundaries.
Yeah.
So, but in the meanwhile, I sit out there and I'm like, Norman, you're so cute. But I'm out of control. I love my animals.
You just have to begin with. That's a
Mhm.
good thing.
Mhm. She does.
A lot of love.
She has great interviews, and she's always respectful to her guests and to her chat.
Oh,
She really
Aw.
is. I just always admire that about Lisa. Just I don't know how she can multitask like that and take care of it, but she does a really good job. I think really the best of anyone else on YouTube that I've seen that actually has interviews and has a chat. You are focused on both as much as you can to honor both the chat and the
You're not always
and the
saying,
guest.
"Oh wait, I'm catching up with my chat." You never say that.
You know. Well,
I do say that, but
but the thing of it, she really tries to pay attention. While her guest is speaking, she might be typing hello to someone that came in. You know, and she's very, very attentive. I just respect that a lot.
Just keep both eyes going the same direction, and you'll be okay.
See, for me, when I go live, I'm usually out and about in the Smoky Mountains somewhere, and so I'm using a mobile phone, and the chat, you know, how that thing goes really fast on the mobile and
disappears.
And it disappears. So sometimes I'll ask him to, you know, look at the chat for me because I will miss people. And my chat isn't even hugely fast, but on a mobile it goes fast anyway. You know.
Chats fly by.
Yeah.
We know
it does. It does. And I mean, I'll be honest with you, I really appreciate that because when I'm sitting here, I feel like Hot Mess Central because I struggle. Sometimes I'll see something go by, but I can't get to it. You know what I mean? So it's just, it's hard to find that balance, you know? I think it is a hard balance. But I try to, because if somebody's taking the time to come in, I want to at least acknowledge them. And that's why I started typing in. Right. Because if somebody's talking and I don't want to interrupt them, I try to wait
and that's
to be able to and acknowledge at least. But
hi, Nancy.
I appreciate that. Hi. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to get going, but I really want to thank all of you for joining me this evening. Thank you, Ariella, for coming up on the panel. Thank you, Joy and Donnie.
You're welcome.
So much.
Thumbs up to Daz for running my channel link, of course. And we all have problems with autocorrect, don't we, Daz? I think it's caught all of us out.
You're in we'll be there tomorrow because we're in yesterday for you. Okay?
We're in the future here. Crazy, isn't it?
Well, great. That means we can call you and find out what the future brings by at least 4 hours.
If I could get the lottery numbers, we'll be all good.
Yeah.
So, okay, we're going to do a lottery collab.
Yeah, we're all going to play.
I'm happy to split things 50-50. No problem at all with that.
Okay.
One thing about the fall collab thing for the hashtag pumpkin spice 22, I in my little video, it's a 3-minute video that explains it. I said, you're not limited to one video either. If you have multiple videos, you can share them and I'll put them in the playlist. And it's from now until like Thanksgiving weekend. So it's plenty of time, you know, sharing things. You might not have anything right now, but maybe by Thanksgiving you'll have something fall, you know.
Well,
yeah.
I will look through my videos to see what I have because I know you said to me about a dessert, and I'll be honest, we just try not to make a lot of desserts here because we really don't need them.
Well, Lisa, have a look what Daz put. Thumbs up to that one. Double thumbs up to that one.
Lottery collab. Send me $100 and I'll sign you up to December Deception.
On that note, I've got a bridge for sale.
To nowhere.
But I'll take a look, Joy, and I'll let you know if I have one.
Yeah.
And if I'm not sure, I'll email it to you and ask you to let me know.
Okay. Yeah. It could be anything having to do with fall, except for just like I said, not Halloween, but anything having to do with fall.
I redid my.
It could be fall cooking, fall anything.
I cooked Thanksgiving dinner last, and I posted it this year.
Nice.
Donnie and Joy, do you mind if because I've got to make a video for Gail's cozy fall soup. If I could make
Yeah.
a soup that would actually be for
But you can
seed?
do
Yeah.
it,
Would that go in your collab too?
you can do it for both.
If you could call it seasonal, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can.
Awesome.
Well, it's his cozy fall soup, so that
Cozy-
works
that's the
because it's
name
a
of the
fall.
soup.
Yeah, that's the name of the collab, cozy fall soup. So she's making a cozy fall soup. So
Ah.
that works. Yes.
yeah. I've got to
Awesome.
use up the rest of my 3-cornered leek or wild garlic, and I'm actually making a fall soup with that. So I should really get busy and do that this afternoon later on. But yeah,
I like
All
it.
right. Well, everybody, thanks so much for being here. Thank you, guests, for being here.
Right.
Thanks to Rich at the Old Swedes, who was up here earlier. And I hope everybody has a wonderful, beautiful, safe weekend. And stay warm if you're in a cold place like us. And if you're not, enjoy the warmth wherever you are.
Let's see.
Take care, you guys.
Hit the button before we start talking else.
take care.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all. God
Bye.
bless.